Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 26th. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com for more awesome readers and astrologers. But let's see what is going on for you. Definitely a week for you to be curious, for you to try new things. We have this card here, Jack of Spades, card of being curious and trying new things, card of experimentation. And there are a couple signs out there that I think really need to be experimenting at this time, trying new things in their lives, basically. And you are one of them. This is a card of like needing to feel your heart beat. You know, it's like a card of, needing to be enthusiastic about something. And it says that, literally that could be a need for you. That could be something that needs to happen at this time to kind of get you moving forward. So definitely look for anything that excites you. And don't be afraid to explore new ideas that excite you as well. This could be in anything, in love, in business, at work. Again, maybe you have like a sudden inspiration to go get a new job doing something completely different than what you're doing now. So definitely follow those inspirations, follow those ideas. Next, you have the Eight of Clubs. A couple of signs have had this card this week. I do think it's just like a hard-working week. I'm looking at the chart as well over here for next week. And, like I said, I guess there's like a lot of hard work in there, a lot of like doing a lot of stuff, being very active. So that could be why this card is coming up. It's a card of hard work. And it is a good card for doing that. It's also a card of selling yourself, which I'm definitely getting that message for you, that it would be a good time to make sure to sell yourself in everything, in business, in work, in relationships. It's a great time to, kind of look at where you are strong and, how you can use those points to kind of get what you want in your life at this time. So make sure to focus on your strengths is what I'm trying to say. It is very much an 80-20 type of year. 80-20 rule is, focusing on the 20% that gives you the 80% of your results. I do think the universe is trying to get us to focus on our strengths. Again, I think we have a tendency to focus on our weaknesses, but the universe, with the Jack of Clubs, it's saying, hey, you're probably really good at some things, and you probably even have some great traits about yourself, so try to highlight those traits at this time. Both of these cards, again, Eight of Clubs plus this card, are cards of selling yourself, marketing yourself, getting yourself out there, but it says highlight those traits because it'll just be easier. These could be literal physical traits, personality traits, just things that you're just good at. I mean, the list goes on, but, kind of focus what you're good at this time. Next, you have the Six of Hearts, a turnaround, experiencing some sort of turnaround in your life. I do feel like, just again, looking at the chart, I was going to do a whole separate video on this. I still am probably going to talk about this, but I do think that there is an element of just having some sort of moment this year where we're like all of a sudden we're like, wait, I've been doing things like the hard way for so long, and then just like kind of having like a door opening up that leads to things being easy. And it's like probably something that you should have been doing your whole entire life. I know that's a general statement, but and again, it goes for like every area of your life, but you might notice how doors just start opening up to like easier paths, basically, where you're just like gonna make things less hard on yourself. And I feel like that's what this card is trying to say. Also a card of fate and fame, even, and destiny. So again, there's like a lot of, kind of guidance going on with this card. Next, you have the Three of Spades. Be careful not to get injured or too tired this week. This is a card of just needing to know when to take a break, needing to know when to rest, so that you don't get injured, so that you don't get overtired, or you don't get sick. And finally, Seven of Spades, internal fears that don't exist. A lot of people getting this card this week. I also think this is a card that says, be careful of bad advice. Just be careful what people say to you. You have the Jack of Spades as well. Both of these cards together can be like somebody begging you for money or something like that. And this card says, like, don't fall for somebody's sob stories. Don't fall for somebody's, sad story when, it might not be true or something like that. So just be careful of those types of, things. This week, I would say, especially if you need the money, and maybe it's a friend. I would say whenever I see Jack of Spades, I'm always like, be careful of lending money to a friend because you probably won't see it again. If you're okay with that, then, by all means, give them the money if you are okay with that and you can afford to do it. But for the most part, you're probably not going to see it back. Same thing with children. Jack of Spades sometimes says if you have children, that maybe your children need to learn a lesson, or maybe they need to learn how to make more money on their own or something like that. So just be careful of those types of stories. That doesn't mean you can't help them, but it just means, try to help them in another way, basically. But it looks like a great week. So thank you for watching and enjoy your week.